Good morning. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm here at 22101 Costanso Street in Woodland Hills, and I'm preparing to perform a video examination of the main sewer line for Richard Choi. The main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that is underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So I'm going to be performing today's examination from this 4-inch main sewer line cleanup that we found here on the left side of the structure. This is out between the fence and the house, just back of the left side sub-area access here in the gravel. You'll see this black cap. Move that and we'll drop right down into the main sewer pipe. So as we push here through the pipe along the side of the house, we're pushing through a modern ABS plastic piping. So this is not the original pipe here on the property. This would be an upgrade. Now these modern plastic pipes, they are expected to have a long service life. They do have a very smooth inner surface which allows for high washout capabilities, and then they're intended to be impervious to root intrusions. We're running up along the left side of the house towards the front corner of the garage, and then we're going to run inwards towards the middle of the yard. Right here around 35 feet, we're hitting an area where the line is filling with water. What it looks like is occurring here is this pipe was not sloped correctly. In other words, it's running at a downward slope, and then it actually runs back uphill for a ways, creating a bellied area. And in this case, is basically full of water. Probably 3.5 inches out of grade at least. And we turn and come back up. You can see we're kind of running uphill. And right here at this area, we've got a pretty significant offset in this pipe section where these two pieces of pipe were connected. So that tells us that the couplings used were very likely not the proper couplings. In other words, they weren't the stronger couplings intended for sewer lines. They're the rubber couplings that have a tendency to shift or move. Here's the other clean out at the front corner of the structure. We'll continue along. We've got another bellied section. And another offset right here. It's difficult to see. You can feel it with the camera, hits it and jumps up over it. Alright, now we're kind of zigzagging our way a little bit out through the front yard, heading towards the middle of the yard. And then it starts to drop steeply here. So it does appear that we would have the elevation change, or at least this section of the pipe would be deep enough that it could be resloped and run standardly of a minimum of 1/4 inch of fall per foot of pipe run. Level off here. Now we're going to connect up to the original clay piping here out by the sidewalk. And here we run about 4 or 5 feet, and we're hitting pretty significant obstruction, root intrusion here next to that tree out in the parkway. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get the camera through this obstruction. We did try, and we were unsuccessful. So what's going to need to occur in this case is the line's going to need to be thoroughly cleaned, and that would be done from the clean out there at the front left corner of the structure, at the back of the garage there. Once that is done, then we would want to come back and do a follow-up examination to look at this portion of the system that's running under the street and connecting to the public sewer. We are unable to examine that section today and can't make any representation as to its condition. So that's what will be needed for the examination portion of this line, in other words, to be able to look at the remainder of the system. What we do know now is that we've got a good section of the newer plastic pipe here running along the left side of the structure that's not sloped correctly. And that would need to be, at least a section of that would have to be rerun to obtain the proper slope so that it doesn't hold water and debris. In a situation like this where your pipe is full of water, it's going to have the potential to build up debris and have a much higher potential for blockages in the house. And then there's also the fact that it doesn't comply with current building codes of the minimum slope requirements for a main sewer line. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video portion of the examination for today. Please do refer to the written report for a description of the final findings and recommendations for today's examination. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.